Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's just get straight into it. So I am first priming my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Love this concealer so much. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while now, you will know how much I love this shit. It is so good. So I'm just blending that out with the Real Techniques sponge, making sure there are no patches or anything nasty like that. Now, moving on to eyeshadow, today we're going to be using Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I will be leaving them all down below in the description in the order that I use them in. I know this one is Peach Smoothie and a little bit of either Frappe or Latte, and I'm just putting that throughout the crease and starting to pack on color. Now moving into a darker shade, I'm just adding more definition around the outer V. I'm trying to keep this so blended and looking so smooth because I want it to look really just like blended. So I'm just blending all of that out, going back in with two different brushes that I'm using. And then I'm going in with like a darker burgundy color. I'll also be leaving it down below, obviously, and starting to define that outer V a little bit more. This look involves a lot of blending and going backwards and forwards, as do a lot of makeup looks, but this one especially does involve packing on color and then going back in and then blending and blah blah blah. Anyway, so I'm just doing that and bringing that through my crease a little bit. Through my crease! Just because I do have hooded eyes. Yeah, and I'm just blending that out, making sure there are no harsh lines at all. Oh, we're going back in. Oh, now we are taking some of the black from the Huda Beauty palette, because I feel like this black eyeshadow blends out so seamlessly. So I'm just packing that on, blending it through my crease, and yeah, just packing on the color until it's all blended out, just so there's a little bit more definition on that outer V corner to accentuate the eye. Now, moving on to the lid, I'm just going to be taking the Tarte concealer again and kind of creating like a low-key cut crease. Like, it's not all the way across the lid, it's just on the inner corner. So I'm just taking that concealer and popping that all across my eyelid and making it look as perfect as I can, I guess. It's really hard to do this, especially if you're like a beginner. I still struggle with this and it scares me a lot, but practice makes perfect. Don't we all know that? So I'm then just packing on Peach Smoothie over that, and I didn't like that, so I do go in with another color afterwards, but I'm just taking whatever is left on that brush and just blending the outside. Here you can see I'm just going in with some eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. I'll be leaving it down below, guys. Leaving it down below. It will be down below, I promise. Then just taking a glitter from Glitter Injections. The shade of that will also be left down below also because I'm so great at remembering colors, as we all know. So I'm just packing that over the lid. And then I'm taking the Urban Decay glitter liner and just popping that in the areas shown. Now moving on to the wing, I'm using the Inglot Gel Liner. And surprisingly enough, my wing was done on camera for the first time in a fucking long time. So I'm just doing my wing with a little angled brush. And, oh, there I go, out of frame. Are you surprised though? Are you shocked? And that's what it looks like. Oh, there we go, out of frame again. Okay, now we are moving on to my mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Even is that face that I'm pulling? Like, what even are you? Are you, like, what? I don't, anyway. Moving on to lashes, I'm using the Huda Beauty Jade number 13s, and I'm just seeing if they look okay, you know, just popping that on. Yep, and I'm pretty happy with that. So, just sussing that out to see if I like it. Yep, looks pretty good to me, so I'm just applying some House of Lashes clear lash glue, because I don't know where my black one was. And then I'm just sticking that straight on and adjusting it, making sure it's stuck on that lash band, and it's not going to stick up at all, and out of frame we go again. Now, moving on to the face, we're using the MAC Fix Plus to hydrate and moisten up my skin slightly. And for primer, we are using the Becca Backlight Primer. Guys, this looks so cool. Look how like glowy and luminous it makes my skin look. I really liked it. It just looks cool. And I feel like this gives you a really good base for your foundation because it's quite dewy. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. For foundation, we are pulling an extremely weird face and plumping my lips out and using the Hourglass Vanish foundation stick and writing "Hey" on my forehead because I am such a loser and I'm just a loser. Now, this foundation is very, very yellow compared to my neck, but I do blend it down and make it all work. A lot of people ask, why do I use yellow foundation? Because it counteracts the pink tones, in my opinion, and I just like having a yellow face. So if people want to, like, have a go at me and say, foundation's too yellow, like, go to Sephora and color match. Well, eat my asshole, because I'm not going to, because I'm happy with the way this looks. So I'm just blending that out with my Morphe G36 brush. This brush is so good to blend out a thick foundation. It's also really good to use with the, what am I doing? See, my hand got sore, so I hit swapped and it doesn't even work. Like, what even are you? What are you doing? I'm just concealing the tops of my brows also with that foundation, so it matches my forehead, just with a little synthetic brush to conceal them, you know, and just blending that out once again. Moving on to concealer. Now, this concealer was a fuck up because I put 3 things on and it ended up coming off, which I'll show you guys in a second. I'm just using a little bit of the Urban Decay Naked Skin, just all over the T-zone and underneath my eyes, and it wasn't enough, or it was a little bit too dark, so I do go in with some MAC Prep and Prime to try and brighten it up a little bit, and then I go to blend it out, and the motherfucking sponge, or I don't know if it was the product or the sponge, I don't know what it was, but it took half the shit off. So I did put a little bit of Tape Shape over the top of that just to brighten it more, because you guys know I love a, you know, bright under eye highlight. But look near my nose, look how red it is. It took all the concealer off, or I don't know what it was. So I just caked on Tarte Shape Tape and that fixed my problem. So if you ever have a problem like that, just take your highest coverage concealer, pack it on and blend it the fuck out, and I can guarantee your problem will be fixed. Look how much I'm applying. Like, I don't even care. I love concealer. It's absolutely stunning. I love a white, bright under eye highlight. I feel like I can never be too bright, ever. Well, maybe sometimes. No, not really. So I'm just blending that all over my nose, and then I do take I really need a cough, but I don't want to stop the voiceover because I hate doing that. I'm just taking the Airspun powder, and I'm just packing a little bit of that underneath my eyes just to bake and set those 3 layers of concealer. And then to set the rest of my foundation, I'm just taking the Australis Fresh and Flawless and Darkest Brown. You guys know the drill. I always use that. You guys are probably getting sick of it. I'll get some more powder foundations to change it up a little bit soon. Now, moving on to knee. Okay, not a problem. Underneath my eyes, I'm doing exactly what I did on the top, just underneath, just with the brown, just blending it out with a flat shader brush and smoking that down a little bit. Then I did go in with a little bit of black from the Huda Beauty palette also, and just blending that underneath my eye to make it look a little bit more defined, you know? Now, moving on to bronzer, you guys, this is my new favorite bronzer. I do need to get my hands on this. I was at my friend's house, so I was using all of her makeup. Sorry about it, but I do need to buy this ASAP. It is the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer. It is literally low-key MAC Give Me Sun, not as orange, and it blends better. Like, it's just amazing. Like, look at this shit go. It is blending seamlessly. You don't even have to try. And it blends it out. And it's also the best for nose contouring because it's so smooth and just looks so blended. I'm obsessed. And this is a combo mixed with the Hoola from Benefit. Fuck me up the ass. It is literally stunning. Absolutely stunning. Now, I am contouring with this brush. I don't know, I think it was Nikki. I saw Nikki contouring with this, or maybe it was Makeup by Jack, I'm not sure. But I saw one of them contouring with a brush like this, and it works a treat. It's like thin, it's not too big, and you can really get in there and create a nice line without it being too harsh. Okay, moving on to blush. That was some Milani blush. I'll leave the shade down below. Doesn't really show up very well on camera, as you can see. Don't know why. And then underneath my eyes, I'm just packing on some MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash, because it's perfect for bottom lashes. And running some Benefit Gimmie Brow through my brows, in case I got any powder in there, which I did, hence why I'm using it. Fuck, I sound like a radio show. Okay, so we're just putting that through my brows. Now moving on to Natasha Denona All Over Face Glow. Wasn't impressed with this, so it just wasn't showing up very well. Like, it wasn't very good in my opinion. So I changed over and I changed to Becca Moonstone and just put that all over, and I was so happy with that. Look at the happiness in my face. And I just packed that shit all over my face, inner corners, you know it, everything. And now moving on to lips. This is Colourpop's Chi. I have not used this in a hot minute. I was obsessed with this liquid lipstick months ago, and I picked it up again and kaboom. There we go. So I'm just popping that on, and then also I'm putting some Urban Decay setting spray on and then I thought that wasn't enough. So I went in with some Colourpop gloss in the shade Weehoo, and that is the finished look. So this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye! See ya!